Good evening, everyone. There's been a lot of news for midnight, so let's have a look at them. The vault that I had today as well was really bad, so it ended up just being socket. Hold on, let me go and grab that. Actually, I'll just update the command and put bad vault. Vault. Bad vault. Socket weak. Hey, Billy Cole. All right. Let's check these news then. So there are new talent trees. No. This is it. Okay, alright, there's a lot to go through here. I'm gonna be hovering over all of the icons to see if I spot anything new as well, because this will be my initial reaction to all of this. It's so much, there is so much. Battle stance or berserker stance, okay, yeah, depends on blah, blah. You have 3% crit, blah blah blah, nothing changed there, that's the same. Defensive stance. For Arms of Fury, reduces all damage you take by 15, damage you deal by 10, that is the same as before. And for Prot is also the same. Fast footwork is up to 5 again instead of 3. No, it was always 5. Okay, never mind. I think that's the same. Yeah, I believe that's the same. Bleach is 3 instead of 3. Well, so it's the same. Thunder Blast. Thunder Clap has moved. Where's Intervene now? Oh, maybe we'll see in a bit. Maybe Intervene is now baseline. That would be my dream. Thunder Clap is there now. Reduced damage beyond 5. Generates high rage. That's the same. Oh no, Intervene is here. Okay. Interpose. What's this? Run at high speed towards an area, taking 30% of all damage dealt to allies within 2. What the hell? Run at high speed towards a target location near your allies, taking 30% of all damage dealt to allies within 3 yards for 8 seconds, or until you take at least 20% of your maximum health in damage from this effect. It's like a sack. But also a charge. Nice. That's cool. That's like Safeguard. That is Safeguard. That is literally Safeguard. Target location near your allies, though. Does that mean... How does that work exactly? Like, well, it's just how it's written, isn't it? Like, can you choose an area that is not close to your allies and not protect anyone? Or do you need... I don't know. It might just be how it's written and we won't know until we see it. Pain and gain is 2%. Yeah. Damn, that thing is so weak. Shockwave. Yeah, this is still the same. Still the same. Still the same. Oh. The armor increase is higher. Perhaps. Rend is there. Why is Rend here in the class tree? What? How the hell does that work? I guess it depends on which spec you are. Which one this ends up being. Getting Rend as Fury sounds icky to me. Okay. The effects of your shouts last 20% longer. So that's a filler thing that you have to take in order to reach wild strikes. And you probably are gonna always want wild strikes, I guess. It's a big deal, this is, usually. Inch out. All enemies within 8 yards, they finally removed the target cap on inch out. That's so good. About time. Like, why was that target cap in the first place? That's really good. And this is just useless. We're not going to pick that ever in M+, unless you really need a menace knockback for some reason. And it's also disorient. Oh yeah, very nice. That's so good. Yeah. Really, really good. We could probably pull off some skips even easier. Just like how the Demon Hunters do their Fear Sigil skips. My eyeball is doing great, yeah. Still a little bit red around the edges. And the left side redness is fading a bit. But yeah, it's healing well. Rallying Cry is exactly the same. Froth and Berserker looks the same to me, yeah. Second Wind. Yeah, it's the same as before. Also the same. Yep. No, they buffed this from 5 to 10%. That's more worthwhile now. Cool. Armor to the teeth. That's weaker now. But you probably still take it. Concussive Blows is here. Double time here. Cruel Strikes here. Cruel Strikes isn't that big of a deal usually. But it depends on how they tune execute, I guess. 200 spec. 6% flat damage, basically. You definitely will want to take that. 3% damage per point. Booming Voice at the bottom. Oh yeah, holy shit. Battlefield Commander, that's the PvP talent. But they've changed it, I think. Yeah. They changed it a little bit. Battle Shot grants you an additional 3% attack power, so just yourself. So that's 3% more attack power for taking this. Leech and movement speed and Rallying Cry. It's gonna feel really good. Oh, that's so nice actually. Multi-purpose, or well, two-purpose. Piercing Howl. Where's Piercing Howl? That's here. Interesting. I can't put points into this though. Is my voice lower than usual, or is it just you? Don't think it should be lower than usual. Like, when I look at this, I'm like at the high yellows. I don't really go into the reds, and that's where volume should be. Piercing Howl gives movement speed. Does it? Oh my god. Wait, what? That's insane. Okay, Piercing Howl is picked every time, dude. That's so sick. That's a random number though. Snares all enemies within 24 yards? Why is it 24 yards? That's such an insane range. That's not okay. Oh, okay, alright, fine, whatever. Yeah, nice. Cool. Berserker Shout is also group wide, but that's way more niche than Piercing Howl is. Have I read Rend yet? Oh, lash out with your weapon, striking all targets within 8 yards. And bleeding them all. So actually, what's the point of the Blood and Thunder thing? I think most of the time, you just take the extra GCD to press Rend to apply Rend to everything. Rather than doing it naturally through Thunderclap, even if you're prot. Wow. I didn't catch that when I first read that. That's sick. So barbaric training, slam, cleave, and whirlwind. That seems the same. Slam and whirlwind, meh. Okay, so barbaric training is mostly an arms thing or a colossus prot thing, I guess. Anger management is down here. Last stand? When your health is brought below 20%, you marshal in the strength to increase your maximum health by 30% for 15 seconds and instantly heal yourself for that amount. Right. Right. Crushing force, arms to mortal strike deal. Blah, 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 blah. I think that looks the same as before. Wrecking throw is also the same. Retaliation? It's cool that they brought that name back, I guess. So prots will probably want to take that. When you take any damage from an enemy within melee range now. Will retaliation as a DPS player ever be more than sidearm? I don't know. Maybe it depends on the dungeon. Yeah, zooming around with piercing howl and rally speed, yeah. And no need to have thunderclap anymore as arms because you can just press rend and it rends everything. That means you don't need to put a point into that or this. Nice. Okay, cool. Stat squish is coming, yeah. Numbers squish is coming. Right. Do I look at arms or fury first? I guess I look at arms. But this is interesting though. AM is now here, which means I feel like you'll always pick it. Also, Thunderous Roar is gone and Spear stayed. Why? Spear is a thing, but it doesn't have Elysian Might. It has a passive 6 seconds now instead of 4. The first time an enemy runs away from the spear while changed, they will be pulled towards the spear again. That means they can escape after the first time. Okay. Honestly, whatever. Cool. I mean, it deals a decent amount of damage, I think. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, looking at the damage of Rend, Champion Spear damage is decently high. Anyway, let's see. Arms. Oh, this looks different. Mortal Strike, Overpower, Sudden Death. Die with a sword or ignore pain? What? Do you want a personal cooldown or do you want to be able to use Ignore Pain? I wonder how much Ignore Pain costs. Probably still 20 range. Is there a 20 range? What the hell? You wouldn't have a personal defensive if you pick Dab with the Sword. Sorry, if you don't pick Dab with the Sword. Pit drops in my title. Oh, will do. Thank you. Yeah, actual cooldown or long-term mitigation. But then you had to actually press Ignore Pain, I guess, also. And how often do you get to use it? I don't know. Cuba Violence is Rend and Deep Wounds now. We're going to be heal bots on large AoE. Improved Execute. Okay, that's the same as before. Stormer Swords. Stormer Swords is the same as before, but nobody cared about that thing. If Cleaver Whirlwind hits 3 or more targets, you also slam your primary target. This slam deals 50% additional damage. That's effectively funnel, I guess, but not really that much. Yeah, okay. Improved overpower. Overpowers 2 charges, deals 15% more damage. Is that the same as now? I think that's... No. What is it that gives arms 2 charges of overpower now? Oh yeah, it is improved overpower. It is improved overpower. Tactician. Yeah. Same. On overpower. Colossus Smash. Colossus Smash is just Warbreaker now. Good. Good. That's really good. I really didn't like that when you're in raid situations, it's pretty much always correct to take blunt instruments so you get a longer Warbreaker. Sorry, a longer Colossus Smash, but that means you don't have Warbreaker, which means you deal piss damage on AoE. So this was very much needed, I think. Accelerating blows, same as before. Brute force. If slam does not trigger tactician, the critical strike of the next slam is increased by 100%. Okay. It'll be whichever one sims highest, but it depends how important tactician is also though. Like tactician resetting overpower is still boring as hell, right? I wish they would just give up on the idea of overpower being the tactician proc, because it's just so boring. Nobody cares if it procs. Like it procs and it's just there, and it's like it's not like a proc that you want to highly prioritize. So yeah, so disappointed there. Colossus Smash generates 15 rage, or Colossus Smash grants 6 charges of sweeping strikes. Oh. Sweeping strikes is charges now? Where's sweeping strikes? Is that just a passive now? Yeah, clearly it is. I don't see sweeping strikes anywhere here, so it must be a passive. Or not passive, a baseline. So it depends on how many charges that you get. But this is a... Nearby targets. Wait, how many targets is sweeping strikes hitting? Damage dealt to nearby targets. Nearby targets. It's usually just one target, one extra target. Okay. Cleave is what cleave usually is. Strength of arms looks the same. Blunt instruments is here. Colossus Smash duration is reduced by 20%, but damage bonus is increased by 20. Or Spiteful Serenity. Colossus Smash duration is increased by 100%, but damage bonus is reduced by 40%. I don't want to think about the maths here, but I think that means Spiteful Serenity is mathematically better, but it has less burst. But it depends on how much you actually benefit from having a longer damage window also. Whichever one seems best, and maybe situational too. Maybe you just don't even pick either of them, and yeah, I don't know. Because it's like one positive and one negative. Like, why do you have to spend a talent point to get one positive and one negative? So it might not even make that good of a talent to pick in the first place. The official notes are up if you want to cross-reference what I'm reading. Okay, cool. Let's see. Right, yeah. Could. Practiced strikes. What the hell is practiced strikes again? Ah, that affects slam as well now for Colossus. Right, whatever. One against many no longer affects whirlwind for prot. Okay, whatever. Thunder blast damage increased 100%. Okay. I'm gonna read the rest of this in a bit. Sweeping strikes though. Ooh, here it is. Much of arms' damage is coming from a lightning damage increase and high damage cooldowns together, and the loss of damage from not doing this correctly every time can be very high. Yep, we have too many buttons, and it's like a very lengthy process of popping all your cooldowns, and it's really annoying every time. We're keeping focus on Colossus Smasher's arms' most important damage window, and adding some new talents to customize it for different fights. We've also removed some of the arms' modifiers to the next use and ability such as martial prowess to make it less complex to determine the best rotational ability to use. Finally, we're improving sweeping strikes to keep arms solidly in place as a champion of 2 target cleave damage. 2 target, right? So sweeping. Your next 12 damaging single target abilities within 30 seconds hit 1 additional target within 80 yards for 75% damage. Okay. So to me, having sweeping strikes affect 6 additional damaging. So you get 18 charges of sweeping strikes with improved sweep, or you get improved sweeping strikes where you get 12 strikes that deal 100% damage instead of 75. I feel like the 100% damage sweeping strikes is better. But yeah, anyway, let's keep looking at this. Alright, that's whatever. Colossus Smash calls your next 3 mortal strikes to be guaranteed to trigger Tactician. Again, I think the downfall of arms, like the biggest problem with arms is that Tactician doesn't matter. Like, overpower needs to be like a crazy good button to press. Or do something more. Same thing. Like, why is there so much focus on Tactician procs when they hardly matter? Colossus Smash reduces the cooldown of cleave by 33% for 6 seconds. Okay. Now it seems you have to press slam too. I mean, you already do have to press slam when you don't have anything else to press. And that will probably still be the case with this. This is the same. When overpower has its cooldown reset by Tactician, your abilities deal 10% more damage for 4 seconds. Right. Right. So Tactician procs, you're happy that you got a damage buff, but you're not happy about pressing overpower. Right. That's the same as before. Deep Wounds is all the way down here. What the hell? Oh, this is like Ignite. This is like Ignite. So Execute inflicts deep wounds on the target, causes the target to... Okay, right. So the bleed just intensifies, but it doesn't like stack. Okay, cool. So that's nice, I think, actually. That'll be noticeable. Fury has the same talent. Okay. Collateral damage is capped now too. Yes, I did hear about this. So they changed this so that every time you use a sweeping strikes charge, your next cleave or whirlwind deals 25% more damage, stacking up to 3 times. So use 3 abilities, then cleave, I guess. or don't even think about that and just use abilities and cleave on cooldown still. Yeah, as long as you don't waste collateral damage charges, you're probably fine. But there's no pre-stacking or like lining up shenanigans anymore with collateral damage, which is a good change, I guess. Slam increases the damage of your next mortal strike by 10%, stacking up to 3 times. Oh, Dreadnought is the same. Battle Lord is the same. Bladestorm is here. Oh. There's no Unhinged. Unhinged is gone? That means you probably don't spec Bladestorm for single target anymore. Massacre is here too. Finishing Blows is here. So this is like where the execute stuff is basically. Right. Fatality is different, it looks like. Mortal Strike has a high chance of applying Fatal Mark to your target, stacking up to 5 times. Your next execute on a target with Fatal Mark causes the Fatal Mark to deal. Okay, so just any execute, so just a sudden death proc will trigger it. Okay, that changes it completely, kind of, because now it's not going to be like an execute finisher that you cash in, but it'll feel less bad, I guess, this way, probably. Isn't that just marked for execution? Yeah, except it doesn't give you any of the bonus effects, I guess. But yeah, this will synergize, I guess, or work effortlessly with current mark for execution Slayer, probably. You inflict deep wounds on targets that you critical strike with Mortal Strike and Cleave. Do we not apply deep wounds unless we crit with Mortal Strike and Cleave or execute? What's our mastery now? Did they change our mastery? Wait. Mastery is supposedly Fury Mastery. Oh, okay, so he's... Wait, so our new mastery is just damage amp while using 200 weapons. Right, so it's just flat damage. Alright. Fine, I guess. It's better than it being tied to deep wounds being applied to the target, I guess. But what I'm reading here, after checking this new proposed talent tree, or, you know, this early version of it, arms looks still, to me, exceptionally boring. Maybe even more boring than now. So, yeah, not impressed. No, you didn't miss Fury talk. We're moving on to Fury now. Bloodthirst, yeah, same as before. Frenzied or powerful. Oh, Enrage increases your mastery by 15% and your leech by 3%. Or, oh, interesting. So they changed it from 15% flat damage to 15% mastery, which is different. I feel like the haste is going to be better. Yeah. I'm happy about that if haste and rage ends up being better, because, well, I don't like the slow enrage. Yep. Raging Blow seems to be the same. Okay, and Rage Regen is also the same. fresh meat. Bloodthirst always enrages you. Yeah. That's the same as before. I see they removed improved. Never mind, they didn't. Okay, Focus A Chaos is there. Sudden Death is here. War Paint is here. Choice node with Invigorating. It makes sense for them to be a choice node, honestly. Improved Execute is here. You don't actually have to take this now, I guess, but you kind of have to. Meat Cleaver. Wait, what? So Improved Whirlwind is the same as now, but Meat Cleaver does what? Deals 100% additional damage when it hits 3 or more targets, and you have no stacks of Improved Whirlwind. Right. Oh, I see. So once you've used up all your Whirlwind stacks, and you press Whirlwind, Whirlwind deals double damage. Right. That sounds also really weak. But at least Improved Whirlwind is the same as having both of these. No. Whirlwind, cancel buff, Whirlwind again. Yeah, I imagine if that's worth it. That would be so degenerate. Also, the stream is sponsored by Opera GX, the browser that I'm using right now. I'll talk about it later, but we're busy. Actually, I should put the link in the chats and pin it also. If you do use the link, it's a really easy way to support me, because every new user will award me $3. So it's a really nice free way to support me. Let's see. I need to pin that. SMF is gone? Yeah, I heard about that. I'm happy with that. I'm happy that it's gone. Anyway, sorry about the distraction there. I just had to sort that out. Right, moving on. What do we got? Rampage replaces Slam. That's funny though. But yeah, until you reach a high enough level on your new warrior, you have to use Slam as your rage spender. That's hilarious. Rampage doesn't enrage you. Does it not? That would be interesting if it doesn't, because then you have to press Bloodthirst a lot. That would be weird. Also. But then again, you have an 80% chance to get enraged whenever you Bloodthirst. Okay. Not sure how I feel about that one. I feel like Rampage should enrage you. You don't need fewer reasons to press Rampage in Fury, you know? So, yeah. Anyway. Probably just not updated. Yeah, probably. Hopefully. Bloodthirst deals 25% increased damage to targets under 25. That's the same as before, except it's just 1 point now instead of 2. Okay. You don't even have the option to go up to 50% now. Rampage increased the damage of your next Bloodthirst by 10%, stacking up to 2. Right. So that's like the other version of Slaughtering Strikes. Where's Slaughtering Strikes now? Is Slaughtering Strikes not here anymore? Is Slaughtering Strikes in the room with us? Deep wounds. Executing inflicts deep wounds. Okay. Fine. It's on execute, but weaker. Right. While improved whirlwind is active, Rampage strikes all targets in front of you for more damage. Oh. So you talent into this. And you'll deal a frontal. Wait, it replaces your Rampage and doesn't add to it? That doesn't sound intentional to me. Hold on. Yeah, that doesn't sound intentional to me at all. I feel like this is in addition to the normal effects of Rampage. It should not be... yeah. It should not be something that replaces Rampage. Obviously, you don't want to have... like Rampage's damage reduced by more than half, just so you can do a little bit more damage on multi-target. Yeah, it sounds like it's meant to be Fury's Dreadnought. Okay. I can see some efforts to make Fury less dependent on Meat Cleaver to do our AoE damage here, which is nice. Avatar is gone also, because he wasn't in the class tree. That means he's gone for arms as well. Isn't it? Yeah. That means arms' only cooldown is Warbreaker and Bladestorm. Oh, wait. Oh, there's Avatar here. Sorry. Yeah. Right. So it's RA or Reckless Abandon. We'll get down there in a bit. Unslaked Thirst. What the hell is unslaked? I've never heard of this word. Anyway. Bloodthirst crit increases the damage of raging blow by 10% for 4 seconds. Did ChatGPT come up with this or what? Anyway. That doesn't make any sense. Like, I feel like most of the time this procs, and you'd be like, yeah, whatever. I'm not going to play around that. Target struck by Bloodthirst take 20% increased damage from your bleeds for 12 seconds. Right. Okay. Why is there a condition on it now? What's the point of the condition? I guess Fury can pick Rend now. Here. Fine. Okay. Massacre is the same as before. Wrath and Fury seems to be the same as well. Blood Craze is the same as before as well. Deft Experience. If you have fresh meat, so 65 plus 15 plus 20, you have a 100% chance to get enraged on Bloodthirst now. Is it actually intentional that Rampage doesn't have the enrage component anymore, and you can only get enraged from Bloodthirst? Blood Craze is different. Critical strike damage. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah, they changed it to critical strike damage instead of critical strike chance. Okay, cool, fine. I mean, it doesn't say anything about Rampage enrages you, so yeah. Oh, they removed the frenzy damage. Sorry, frenzy target requirement, finally. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. And now you have a reason to press Rampage. A little bit more reason to press Rampage whenever it's ready, whenever it's available as well. That looks the same. Rage Drinker, this is new. Bloodthirst crit strikes restore twice as much health and enrage for 2 seconds. Right. Okay, so it's about the enrage duration, if it's actually useful, I guess. Execute generates 5 additional rage and increases the damage of Rampage by 10% for 4 seconds. Okay. That sounds good though, probably, because like you probably in Execute and outside of Execute as well. As Slayer anyway. That sounds beneficial, sounds pretty decent. Odin's Fury or Blade Storm? You saw on Bajira's alpha video that Rampage does still enrage you? Okay, that's good. Bladestorm is not affected by... Oh yeah, we don't have anger management. Wait, there's no anger management. Oh yeah, you're right. No anger management, Fury. Wow. Wow. But yeah, Bladestorm enrages you, so that's nice. I think Odin's Fury is straight up better. Unless you need Bladestorm for some sort of immunity, I guess, or whatever. Just because Bladestorm is still like a fairly long channel, whereas Odin's Fury is just 1 global, and it's nearly 4k damage, whereas Bladestorm is 7k damage. Which means that probably the other abilities that you would have pressed instead of staying in the Bladestorm animation would have been more damage than... Sorry, plus Odin's Fury would have been more damage than Bladestorm. Oh yeah, AM in the class tree, of course. Yeah, I forgot about that. Whoops. Yeah, you're right. But it's not... Or is it? Does it say anything about Bladestorm? Maybe when you spec. It just says Recklessness of Fury, so it probably doesn't reduce the cooldown of Bladestorm, does it? Interesting. So the only way you can reduce the cooldown of Bladestorm is Slayer, I guess. But then... Does Slayer have Unhinged or anything? I guess not. I feel like they need to make it better for single target. Overwhelmed is down to 5 stacks too. Okay. Maybe Unhinged comes in the new talents. Yeah, maybe. Would be kind of boring. Yeah, it would be. Because Slayer is centered around Bladestorm and Execute. So if Bladestorm is not even good on single target or doesn't feel good on single target, then that's a problem. Bladestorm enrages you though? Yeah, but what? Nice quality of life? Yeah, true. When Raging Blow resets its cooldown, your auto attack damage and speed is increased by 30% for 6 seconds. That sounds pretty powerful, actually. Yeah. Wow. Nice. Boring, but powerful. Kill or be killed. When you would sustain fatal damage, you instead fly into an unstoppable rage, becoming unkillable and immune to movement impairing effects for 8 seconds as you seek revenge on your would-be killer. If you kill a killer in that time, you emerge triumphant from your blind rage with at least 20% of your max health intact. if you are victorious. If you're not victorious, you die. It is Tryndamere, kind of. But yeah, it's the Legion artifact thing. That's funny though. But like 8 seconds, even if it's a like a raid boss or whatever, and obviously you're not gonna kill the raid boss in 8 seconds most of the time. That's still 8 seconds of being able to do something. But then again, is it kind of just a meme talent because it's all the way down here and you just in M plus or in raid or whatever, realistically you're not gonna kill the target that killed you in 8 seconds, are you? It is really cool though. It is really cool. Count a low HP mob just to proc it for memes. He also feels bad with the condition of dying. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think it really belongs down here, but maybe it does. I don't know though. I don't know. It's a cool theme, but I don't know how often this would actually be picked. Let's see this though. Avatar is as boring as it usually is. Reckless Abandon, Recklessness gives 50 Rage, blah blah blah. Raging Blow and Bloodthirst are replaced by Crushing Blow and Bloodbath. Crushing Blow. Okay, Crushing Blow deals more damage than the Raging Blow, I guess. Yes, it does. And its crit strikes, it has way higher crit damage than normal. Okay. Generates the same rage as a Raging Blow. Yeah, old rage gen is 50% on recklessness now instead of 100%. I think that's probably a more reasonable thing, but like I feel like maybe rampage should be a much bigger deal if we're gonna have less rage. So like when we do reach that 100, well, that rage will you'll feel that much more worthwhile. I don't know. Assault the target in the bloodthirsty craze, dealing blah blah blah. Yeah, so it's the same as before basically. So Reckless Abandon is probably, with the right tuning, the better single target talent. Whilst Avatar should be better for AoE, probably, because it affects all abilities. Whereas Crushing Blow and Bloodbath will only hit a maximum of 5 targets. Maybe situational. Okay. Dude. This talent, dude. This used to be... What was it? 20%? It used to be 20%. Now it's... Now and currently it is 6%. But they also made Recklessness half as effective at increasing your rage generation. Like, how much worse do you want this talent to feel? Alright. Right. I feel better about Fury's initial talent tree here than Arms's, but I'm not impressed with either of them. I don't know if I want to look at Prot. I don't think I do. Let's look at them. Let's look at the... Isn't this the same-ish anyway? Because they did do some work to Prot anyway, recently. This looks similar. Yeah. Let's check the hero talent stuff. Fury is currently blowing arms out of the water. Yeah, I think Fury's is better than Arms is, but I'm not impressed with either of them. Or maybe I'm too critical of the Fury one. It's probably okay. This feels more. I'm much happier with this than I am with Arms's. That's for sure. They said that they like Prots so far. It makes sense. They did do like a mini rework of Prots for season 3 of War Within, so it makes sense that they're not doing too much now. Let's see if anything is different here. This looks the same, I believe. Yep. This is the same, except Bladestorm is misspelled. Yep. 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 Max 5 stacks instead of 10. Okay. Each track of Bladestorm deals an additional 10% bit. Okay. Same as before. I still don't understand. They need to change Culling Cyclone to actually be a real choice, because Culling Cyclone is a single target talent in its current design because of the way that it's implemented, because it's a single target talent. So like if you have a single target, Bladestone deals 100 damage without this talent, then with the talent it would deal 110 damage. If you had 10 targets with Culling Cyclone, then you would deal 1010 damage. It's just pointless, it's useless. It doesn't increase Bladestorm's damage by 10%. So I feel like they should just change this to, as boring as it is, 10% increase Bladestone damage versus your next Mortal Strike and Rampage deals more damage after Bladestone. Culling should be a percentage gain per target hit. Sure, yeah. Go all the way that way too. I'd be happy with that too. So Reap the Storm. That's the same as before. Okay. Same, I think. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Stacking up to 2 times. That's new. The hell is Rampaging Blow? Raging Blow. It's supposed to be Raging Blow. Right. Okay. So not really anything changed for Slayer. Don't see anything here either. Not at first glance anyway. No. Crit damage increased by 10. Yep. Did 1 against Many get nerfed for Arms? Because 1 against Many for Arms is 5%. 1 against Many for Prot is 3. Why is Shockwave in there? Wait. Was it always in there? Them removing Juggernaut is a good thing, Valkyrian. I'm happy with that. That means Oh yeah. What the hell? Anyway, whatever. That's so weird. That's so random. I didn't know that. Colossal Might is also down to 5 stacks instead of 10. Okay. No. It stacks up to 10 times. Never mind. This is the thing that gives you 10. Okay. Yeah, Valley. Yeah. No good. Okay. Nope, nothing changes. Okay, let's read the actual changes here then and see what's new. Duration of Shrouds, we saw that. Blood and Thunder. Yeah. Retaliation. This is kind of hype though, the Battlefield Commander thing. I like that. That's this thing. It's worth taking because it gives you 3. Oh, it should be worth taking because it gives you 3% more attack power. I would imagine that's worth it. Rallying Cry gets everyone leech and movement speed. That's sick. Piercing Howl radius increased by 100%. I'm thinking like, is the 24 yards range here with Battlefield Commander talented? It probably is, right? So it becomes 24 yards up from 12 if you have Battlefield Commander. Yeah. 24 yards is crazy. Absolutely crazy. You're gonna accidentally pull stuff with that, I feel like. Since they completely removed SMF from Fury, I wonder if they're gonna make the 100 playstyle. No. Apparently, I think Archie said something about SMF might come back as a transmog option. My eye is healing okay. Kilu actually is healing very well. Anger management. It's all. Or Avatar. Oh, this is just for prot, I guess. Yeah, okay. So last stand was here. I don't think you can take this as DPS. There's a lot of big DPS options here at the bottom. So I think it's kind of straightforward. Yeah. Interpose is such a weird talent. No, Interpose is basically like Safeguard from Shadowlands. I like it. And Safeguard is actually a PvP talent right now, isn't it? Or maybe it isn't. I thought it was. Yeah, it's like a sack. Yeah, I like it. Champion Spear deals a decent amount of damage, but not that much. Yeah, I hope it's just a utility ability, and like I don't know how many points you get at the bottom of the tree. You get enough that you can pick most of the stat nodes, I bet. But the question is Spear by itself worth more than one of these stat nodes, or any of the other damage nodes? Probably better than maybe Cruel Strikes, I guess. We'll see. Right. The rend is all targets now, instead of just a single target. That's kind of like a little bit of uncapped damage even. Interesting. Does it cost any rage? Or is it just... Well, it doesn't say that it costs any rage, but we don't know. Yeah, it says AM affects avatar, but on the tooltip here it says Colossus Smash for arms, Recklessness for Fury, Avatar for prot. So, yeah. So it should be for just prot. Pressing Render's Fury makes you cringe a bit. Same. It's a bit weird that it's there. Menace no longer causes in-shot to knock back enemies. Wait, what? What does Menace do then? Oh, to flee. Oh, right. So they all... Oh, so you never pick Menace anymore. It doesn't even knock back anymore. So you can't use Menace to knock things out of Sanguine. Oh, wait. Crushing Force, 1 point out. Yep, whatever. Can I check if I have alpha? I don't think I do. I would know though. Now if I did, right? Oh, when does alpha open? Next week. Okay. Okay, I got next week. Next week, Friday or tomorrow. So it's tomorrow. Tomorrow for the non-selected streamers. Right. So maybe there's still hope. Ian said tomorrow in the Q&A. Okay, that's good then. That's all we need to know. Wait, I didn't see the initiative talent for arms. Oh. Right. Oh. Charge weaving. Interesting. I didn't catch this. I like the stuff they did to sweeping strikes. Don't get me wrong. But I still think Tactician is just a massive L. That's the main problem with arms. Tactician procs don't matter. And like having all these talents that make you proc Tactician more often or whatever, they just aren't it, you know? Yeah. That's the only saving grace for Tactician, I feel like. It's somewhere here. I can't remember where it was. Here. That matters. Sure. But like overpower itself is just a really unexciting button. Like overpower resets, you don't want to press it most of the time. Like if you're playing with say accelerating blows and accelerating blows, Mortal Strike procs a reset, and you have the choice of using your Tactician proc or Mortal Strike. You're gonna be using Mortal Strike like 99% of the time, unless you don't have rage to use the Mortal Strike. Because overpower, it just tickles. Tactician proccing a sudden death, that would be something. Yeah. It's like Tactician procs, and that tells you you can now use slap on your enemy if you want to, but you can also still use mortal strike or execute or colossal smash or any other big hitters if you have them. No, you don't. So like if you don't have any of those available, maybe then you do a slap. A skull splitter proc and jug stacks. Where's the skull splitter proc? Oh, I use. No, yeah, sorry. You're suggesting stuff. I see. Yep. Taxation problem was solved in Legion. Why can't they work it out? I don't know. I don't know. They're pretty close, probably, to. Nah, they couldn't just change Taxation to Colossus Smash and expect it to be as good as Legion Arms. It still misses the precise strikes, the shattered defenses, and all that stuff as well. And like, the whole package was just so good. They should really come up with a better mastery for arms than just a flat damage increase. Yeah. While wielding a two-handed weapon, you deal more damage. Wow. So what if you? Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. It's not like you would use anything else. So it's just mastery is just versatility without the damage reduction, I guess. But it could sim better than versatility, I guess. Still, it's just so boring, right? It's just so boring. It is better than having the bleed condition on it, yes. But yeah, they should really come up with something better than this. Like the Fury one is already boring as it is, in my opinion. This is even worse. Colossal Smash affecting all enemies is a big W. Strength of arms is now a 2-point talent. Actually, I did notice that, but I didn't actually comment on that, did I? Oh, they added slam to strength of arms. Right. Tom is not here anymore. Tom is not in the room with us anymore. The way they improved sweeping was funny. Yeah. They just changed it from a duration to charges. Yeah. A lot of people don't enjoy that warrior is like a bleed spec. Or like when they make warriors a bleed spec, especially arms. But now even Fury will have rend. Not sure how to feel about that. I don't know how smoothly that will fit in. But rend should be at least very easy to just use and hit and everything. You don't even need to have a whirlwind buff in order to cleave it. Hey Cohen, yeah, I'm feeling good. Fury had Rend in War Within, and DF Alpha 2 is going to be removed eventually this time too. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I didn't see that. Executioner Precision now buffs the warrior's next Mortal Strike rather than applying a debuff on the target. Good change. Same. Bladestorm now extends the duration of Colossus Smash on targets the first time it deals damage to them. By how much? That's still not a good single target talent, but it's good for AoE, I guess. Oh, okay. Looks like Alpha is already live. Is it? I don't have the Alpha. Let's see. What if I log into my emails? To remove my keyboard count, don't I? While I do this. It might be invite only, yeah. You're right. Media and chosen few who got it today. Why can't I be one of the chosen few? I wanna check the warrior stuff. Come on, Blizzard. Yeah. That's fair, Cellblade. A whole lot of words to say you better get an invite now or Riot. Yeah. Let's see. No, nothing about the alpha here. Nope. The eye is doing okay. It's healing very well. Maybe I should ask Alpha for the Alpha. If only that's how it worked. Alright, so let's read what they had to say about Fury. At midnight, our goal is to refine Fury's core, build this meta gameplay, and resolve some pain points. We added some powerful execute talents to make conditions about when to use sudden death less complex for players who enjoy it. Added some bonuses to make crit more appealing stat for Fury, and some new AoE talent options. Reinforcing Bloodthirst to make a reliably satisfying button to press and create a rhythm of Fury's rotation. Lastly, we're simplifying some of the rotation conditions involving Enrage and major cooldowns like Bladestorm. Okay. We went through all these when we looked at the talent tree. Yeah. Any reason I don't use Eradicating Arcana Core? Yeah, it doesn't actually seem good for me compared to my other trinkets. And my trinkets aren't exactly that impressive either. But yeah, what Raidbot says, I do. Raidbot says I should jump off a cliff, I jump off a cliff. Raidbot says I should install Opera GX to support my favorite streamer, Krikekiyu. I do it. It's the Fury 4 set, surviving into midnight. I don't know. I hope they re-implement it in some way. Maybe in like the new rows here. And my own favorite streamer. Greybot say sub to Cricket EU. Very nice, very nice. But yeah, I don't have alpha. Let's see. This is another feature from another feature that Opera GX has. There's a little sidebar here. Twitch integration. Who would be doing alpha stuff right now? Is there like a warrior that got alpha? Maybe would Dan have it? Maybe. Is an alpha closed? Oh, you're not allowed to share it even? Oh, what a pain. What a pain. Dan was alpha. Okay. Megaset is streaming alpha. Megaset. Okay, so you can stream alpha. Where's Dan? We need Dan. Dan Warrior. He's classic raiding. Does Archie put any thoughts in here, or does he just explain what's happened? Yep. This is a really good point here. Bladestorm and Recklessness are both nerfed. Avatar is really lackluster without the Torments. Odin's Fury can't be used by Slayer because you have to pick Bladestorm. And Odin's Fury is on a choice node with Bladestorm. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like the impression I got from these trees. Okay. But would you ever take T-Clap? Oh, I talked about this earlier. It doesn't make any sense, right? Even as prot, where you will like naturally press Thunderclap a lot, you might still not want to take Blood and Thunder because you can just press Rend to apply it on everything. But then again, it doesn't take you long to put Rend on everything with Thunderclaps as prot. Even on like 15, 20 targets, you just need to clap 3 times and you have Rend on everything. So probably as prot, you could probably take Blood and Thunder, but as Arms and Fury, it doesn't make sense at all. Bajiro. Okay, I'll just click this stream so I can let's see. Right, what's happening here? Is he listening to anything? He's not listening to anything.
Can't do that. Ain't, bro.
Is that really quiet?
It ain't right.
What the hell?
Let's see.
Right.
I don't think we know Avatar yet. I have to spec it, right?
Right. Yeah, he's on it. Will he look at the things that I care about though? When he starts looking at dummies or whatever, that'll be when I'm interested. Maybe Moon, maybe. Speaking of, I should drink this. Is there any other news that are interesting for me to look at? I did see the news about Valor Stones being removed. About time. We already have crests. We don't need Valor Stones added to that either. The add-on stuff? Yeah. Yeah. Where is the add-on stuff? Here. Here. Debuff and external tracking. So we can't even track corruption on our targets with a weak aura or any add-ons, I guess. Right? We had to use the base UI for that. Which means, man, I'm gonna have to get used to like a completely different UI setup. Because like the middle of my screen here is all weak auras. It's not gonna look the way I like it to look.
Work cycle interrupted.
It really isn't. They're changing the way that my game has looked for like many years at this point. And I wonder if it'll like break things like something simple like nameplate SCT, you know? That to me is quite an enjoyable add-on to have. And the Ceph UI weak aura, the damage highlighter thing, probably dies too. It's fine though, like I can play without it. It's just I like it looking this way, right? Warrior dead in midnight, rejoice. It's too early to say. But yeah, the thing is like I'm very much for them removing weak auras that are overpowered and like auto solve bosses for you. Like things that assign you to certain locations, all that stuff, you know, auto resolve those things. Like Firak was bad for that. And obviously Fractalus is a very recent example. But if they had to go to the lengths of removing things like this, you know, just my simple weak auras here and my rage bar and rage bar, these buffs here, then that kind of sucks. And this is how I've had it for ages now. I don't want to lose that, but I will. Crit Fury Warrior main here. As Fury, I'm always falling behind on big AoE pulls, but when you watch me, I can keep up with BM and DK. I'm not doing anything specific. I'm just pressing the same 3 buttons all the time, dude. Wait, what, Laren? Really? Is this because of add-ons? Or something else? Yes, and Shaman in the gutter. Oh, great. Great, great, great. I'm very worried as well, you know, about the add-on changes. I'll get used to it eventually, but I don't know. Can they react to rest of Shaman changes? No. No. Yeah. Worrying. Worrying. Indeed. So, the in-game damage... Oh, man. They're making so many... They're trying to replace all the add-ons that we use, but, like, they're not going to be as good as the ones that we use, right? It's going to be annoying. I still have Warcraft logs. Yeah. Oh, I didn't react to this, did I? I did see this off stream. Mythic Plus Season 1 dungeon rotation for midnight. So they're making a new Magister's Terrace. New dungeon, new dungeon, new dungeon. Algathar Academy is coming back. Seat from Legion. Many people will not remember this dungeon too fondly. But I think it's probably going to be fine. They just need to update it and make it good for the current season, the modern WoW. Pit of Sauron, I'm actually quite worried about. Like, how do you make that dungeon good? How do you actually make that dungeon good? I don't know. Skyreach, I'm not so sure about, but we'll see. What other news are there? Maybe I just need to go Legion Classic whenever that comes out. And then I can just worry about BFA coming out until Legion Classic is gone. I don't think so, that's great. I don't think so. Ballast removed, we saw that. Big healing changes. Moving away from rotating cooldowns. Wait, what do you mean? Is this what Laren is talking about? Hello, healers. Okay, fewer cooldowns. Alright. Guess the shamans are in despair. Yeah. I feel like pre-planning and like setting all this stuff up, learning how to deal with all this stuff is what makes healing fun, right? It feels really rewarding when you get it right. Yeah, that seems to be the consensus here as well. What about competitive WoW Reddit? Ugh, I don't like the new Reddit. And why did you sign me in? Bruh, stop. Okay. Oh, what have people got to say about add-ons? Trainwreck. Yeah. 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 Oh man, no. Wait, how am I going to be able to tell if things are casting on me? I probably won't. No, I won't be able to have a weak aura that tells me I'm targeted by something. My nameplates probably can't tell me that I'm targeted by something. Jiggle around to see if a mob faces you. Exactly. That's the only way, right? Preheats new YouTube thumbnail. Okay. Preheat YouTube. Okay. That's good. That's good. Legion class design was peak. Keep it that way. It's a bit too late for that, but I fully agree with you. Right. I agree with this one. It's a 21-year-old game. In what world is it going to be done correctly? It isn't. It isn't. You use our bare-bone version of add-ons and enjoy it. Yeah. I'm also worried about how to play my spec without weak auras. Like, if I can just see my rage bar and how many charges I got, rating low or whatever, you know, like what cooldowns are ready, fine. I can just use action bars for that and like my personal resource display, whatever, fine. It's gonna look uglier than what I'm used to. But like, the more I think about it, the more I read this, I'm like, shit, actually. How do I see my focus bar, cast bar? I guess I just need to really look at my focus cast target and kick it whenever. And it's just so annoying that I won't be able to see who's being targeted by what, you know? Like a lot of times I see something being cast on alpha and we have limited kicks. I'll be like, okay, I'm not gonna kick that. He can live that fight. But if it was a DPS, I would kick it. They did say they improve it? Yeah. Yeah. Can I agree with this? Yeah, worrying. What makes you think they give Blizzard health by one shot the target? Maybe they will. If they will, then that's fine by me. But I don't think they have that at the moment, do they? Sorry, I zoned out for a minute while I was reading all this. Let's read something more positive. Maybe this is positive anyway. Season 1, Mythic Plus, full rotation revealed. We already saw this, but... Wrath of Lich King dungeon. Is it the first time we have one of those? Oh, so it is. I didn't even think about that. Out of all the Wrath of Lich King dungeons, they picked Pit of Sauron. Why? Why Pit of Sauron? What else could I have picked? Surely there was something better than that. Earthgard? Yeah. I feel like Earthgard is kind of classic. Straightforward. Similar to what we have. Oculus, please, no. Never bring back Oculus. Huh. Alright. So rework, lots of defenses going away. They talk about the defensives a lot, but I feel like not much changed for warriors, the defenses wise, right? Oh well. Sucks to not be a warrior, I guess. Okay, breathing. Watching Berdira stream. And the Blizz default nameplate cast bars don't show the target of the cast. Yeah. ARMS has DBTS and IP choice nodes. True. But you just take DBTS, probably. It's not like you picked IP at the moment anyway. At least I didn't. And you still have few above islands. Is anyone talking about warrior here? Arms? Open arms? Nope. Fury? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What's he doing? Oh my god, why does he look like this? Okay. Where is his abilities? Is this all he's got? The nameplates look okay. Sure. The Void Bolt needs a targeted... needs a target thing, for sure. Was that Champion Spear? No, I think he was using like a quest item or something. Oh, he's playing on ultra wide, but he's changed. He changed the view now so that we can see it all. Let's see. Insane, dude. Zolik, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. Yep, there is random fury. Yep. Yep. Interesting. Oh, wow. That's a post. What the hell? Let's have a look at this. What exactly are we saying? Complexity. The hell? Seriously? We've heard feedback from skilled players who tell us they have shelved some of their favorite characters because those characters' gameplay is more mechanically demanding than they have interest in. Right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, give me names. Insane, dude. Yuto, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate that. With Midnight, we aim to make gameplay clearer and easier to understand, so the path to improvement is more apparent for players at every skill level while maintaining the depth of mastery that WoW offers. This is just so PR. Yeah, you say all these nice things, but like in practice, it's just gonna suck. It's a bit about APM. Actions. Fast Fury is what I want. Don't make it slower. Don't dumb it down anymore. It's already dumb as hell. If it's slow and even dumber, how is it going to be enjoyable? It's not fun when you put 100% effort in and play better than other classes and end up at the bottom of the DPS. However, that's the balance issue. Yeah, that's what it is. That's a completely separate issue. Like, spec design and enjoyability does not equal how much damage you do. Like, that's just tuning. Yeah. What's fun about Fury is that it's fast-paced and simple. If it's slow-paced and even simpler than it is now, that is a surefire way to make it boring as hell. Yeah, Meanwhile, the Evoker having 35 APM. If the game is too fast for you, just play an Evoker or something. I don't know. Let's keep reading. Yep. Right. Where was I? Yeah, they realize that. Please do not review how complex and fast Fury is, because changing that is not something I want. Oh, at least the current design, the initial Fury design looks okay. They do need, it's a little bit rough around the edges, but it's a decent start, I think. And yeah, true. Like, the one button rotation isn't that bad. If people really struggle to play the game, and like, I feel like probably the majority of players in WoW would play better if they just use the one button rotation. Just use that if it's too hard. I'm not saying that you guys do, because I think a lot of you guys are probably really good at the game. But there's a whole bunch of bad players out there who don't know how to play and make the most out of their class. They can use one button rotation. And if they want it, the game to be simple, you know, one button rotation does that. Just learn how to play the game. If you can't play Fury at this point, there's no hope for you. What hope is there for you? Yeah, you're right. That's something I said. Literally. Yep. Really? They removed blood talents. Isn't blood talents the talent that, or the thing that makes it so that after you cast that heal on yourself, or the instant heal on yourself, your next bleed deals more damage? Is how it is? How is that hard? After you've healed yourself, you know that you have the buff. Oh, blood talents is... Oh, it's something else then. Oh, after 3 builders. Right, okay. They changed it. Because I think back in the day, at least, when I used to play it in MOP, I think it was really fun back then. It was a healing touch, and your next bleed would be amped. We did not get Bloodlust. Yeah, Jarlan, I feel the same. I think they're making a massive gamble with this. It's a very, very major change. And like the fact that people are attached to their UIs, and then, you know, maybe they play with the same UI, or it looks the same, or whatever, for so long, makes it so that the game just feels too different for them to want to play to keep playing it. So, yeah. Worrying. If LVI breaks completely and can't be fixed, yeah. A lot of people have been using that for years. Yeah, exactly. Yes, Wally. People will lose their shit when they realize all specs have been defaulted to 1 or 2 offensive CDs, 2 3-button rotations. Yep. It will be the same for everyone. Yes. Yeah. That is true. But I don't know. I do think it'll feel really bad. I don't trust Algera, right? I don't. Very much not impressed so far. Yeah, same. What's he doing? He's questing. Why is that orange? Scourgebane. He's just looting legendaries left, right, and center, dude. Oh, it's the Kael'thas fight legendary items. Okay. Are we gonna see like a cinematic?
Still says we're in combat.
We stand together.
Maybe we won't be in combat once we get to the next little phase. In the challenge tree, yeah, definitely. There's a fair amount of new stuff, at least for the Fury side of the tree. Yeah. Yeah, Arms lost Avatar and Roar, yeah. But Old Mage, I did make a video going over the talent trees today. If you want to have that up on like another monitor while you're watching, show you what's up. But we're about to get through the little starting zone here, and then we can go check out the stuff. I can show you guys like what we're doing because you kind of like explore the city, right? Explore the city briefly, and then you kind of go start doing some quests and stuff. Sigmund, if you're no longer a talent, is it passive now? I actually have no idea. It certainly isn't a talent.
Maybe Moon. Maybe.
I see Titan's Grip, but I don't see Sigmund and Fury. They may have just finally put that thing down. Oh my gosh, a little blood splatter. What the heck? Oh my gosh.
My faith is my
What is that thing?
They have finally just put it down. Here we got some tunes.
Oh.
We did it.
No.
I answer to the light. Shorella.
Let's get out of here.
You just skipped it. Oh well. Cutscenes don't give IO, so they're pointless. Yeah, yeah. Thoughts on Midnight Warrior? I already read through the initial talent trees and all that stuff, so you can rewind on the YouTube stream. Okay, I think there's not much more news that I can have a look at really here. Wow, it looks bad in this dark mode. Oh, really, man? Yeah, they did need to add that, really. What's this? Oh. Okay, that's good. That's good. Pre-order Midnight Physical Collector's Edition. Get the Dark Heart. Wow, everyone gets a Dark Heart. Yeah, I don't think I'll do that. Yeah, Revi. So if you get a, say, a mythic armor set, a full mythic armor set, you will then unlock all of the lower difficulty appearances as well. Is it retroactive? Good question. I don't know. Did it say anything about that? Doesn't say. So also, going back to live, this week, if you're someone who's... Actually, it probably is relevant for most people. You might want to save your Gilded crests this week and just not use them at all. Because next week, Turbo Boost arrives, I believe. It's next week, right? And then the item level cap will be increased on your current items. You could use your 90 crests to upgrade big value items such as your weapon and your helmet, chest, legs, because those are high budget pieces. But yeah, there's a Gilded cap until the 21st or 22nd of October. So that means, actually, if you want to min-max for next week, or, you know, for the Turbo Boost, you shouldn't be spending any crests this week. Probably, Alan. You could sim it, though. You could sim it. What's that potion I have? Oh, you mean this thing? Ethereal augmentation. Is the infinite augment rune. This thing. I've been standing this whole time. Let's sit. Or if they remove SimC, I don't think they will do that. It's about combat data and stuff that they want to remove, right? So I'm sure SimC will still be a thing. And if not, I'm sure people will still be able to export their characters somehow.
Ha! 'Cause 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 'cause
Right. I should do some M plus or something. Get some crests, maybe. Or to win this thing. This thing. This thing. Item level. Any secondaries? Ideally, speed would be nice. Oh, it even has a socket, but it's 1600. Nah. Nope, I'm not doing that. Yeah, DBM guys, been making DBM for 20 years and now you won't be able to. Yeah, crazy. People have had simulation craft profiles since the days of old. Yeah, exactly. And like you can load your characters from Armory, right? And then you could painstakingly manually add your gear in, I guess. Because Top Gear does have that option. Ilchev, yes, my desk does have that functionality, but I damaged the control panel, so I can't access that. They saved heights at the moment, but the company is sending me a new control panel, so I won't have that problem soon. Body. I can explain. Let me find the pictures. Oh, I need to sim. I need to sim first, and then I'll show you. For gore, Manifold. Do haste mastery, I guess. 723 run. And WoW audit. EU. Silver Moon. Phoenix. Here it is. WoW audit. Personal. Okay, go. Player housing. Someone asked about player housing. Yeah, I will play the game today, actually. Yep. Right. What was I saying? Oh, yes. I wanted to show you how I damaged it. Body. From Crit Cake as image. There. This is when I was setting it up. There. Okay. There we go. So, right. Body, you're paying attention, yes? You might have even figured out what happened when I was opening those images. So I flipped the table. I removed the default legs and installed the new legs. The control panel is like here. Screwed in, hanging out a little bit because that's what it's supposed to. Then I flipped the table to turn it around. Like so. Control panel is still here. So, yeah. But I opened it up and turns out that just these things here, they got disconnected. So I put them back in to here, clipped them back in. And then it worked again. But the screen is still slightly damaged. So, but I can still control it up and down. So, yeah. So that's how I damaged it. Oh. Not OpenGX again? Yes, OpenGX again. It's my sponsor for the month. It has like a lot of features. I can show you at some point, but I want to play the game right now. We've been using it all day to read all these news. Exactly. That's great knows. Inbuilt VPN. You can adjust your performance. If you live in the UK, you can use the VPN for some sites and stuff. Let's play the game. Anyway, use my link in the pinned messages. Each new user of OpenGX gives me a bonus of $3. And it doesn't cost you anything. It's a nice way to support me for free. Why, Revi? Why? I need a better dark reader extension to this.
Insane, dude.
Oh, right, like that, Revi. Yeah. This is true, Moon. This is true. She's very good at this. Yeah, but like, see, I want dark mode enabled on Reddit, but like if I go back to Twitch, it inverts it, and I don't want that. So, yeah. Thank you for the resub, Eddie Tools. Let's find a group to play with. You know, I'm gonna miss season 3 of The War Within. Actually, I will. Slayer Fury is a blast right now. I have a feeling we won't be having so much fun come midnight. Maybe Blizzard should give me an alpha invite so I can give them some good feedback. We're gonna be senile Fury. Yeah. Do you think the Fury changes look pretty good? Yeah. Yeah, the Fury changes are okay. Yeah. You're right. Some more ways to deal more AoE damage. That isn't just uncapped. That isn't just 5 capped. That is nice. I think Arms was looking extremely bland. Arms is like what they were describing, you know, the simplest thing ever, but also by being the simplest thing ever, you're also the most boring thing ever. Fury Rend is like here in the class tree, or spec tree. It's somewhere here in the class tree. Everyone gets access to Rend. Naxu, thank you for the T1 sub. Did we really though, Frozen Bozo? I don't think this is what I asked for arms, but for Fury, it seems okay. I don't think they needed to change much for Fury in the first place, so that's fine. But like, I don't know. I don't know. You should still be using the execute condition weak aura. You think Fury being more BT centric is good? That I agree with, yeah. Right now, it's not being used at all. Yes, Frozen Boson, definitely. Yep, new Frenzy is good, for sure. Was happy to see Frenzy target requirement being removed. 18 to 20. Can we get any funky? Try this, I guess. Deathless Hardcore Taza. Hardcore. You're 20 Ecodome? Wait, are you in a 20 Ecodome? You haven't listed for one, have you? Oh, basically you got. Oh, right. I'm guessing we should be holding that though, no? Let's see if I can join this group. It doesn't have a shaman. But it could be fun either way. Stop the donor for... Oh, yeah, I saw that, Mito. I saw that. Bloodthirst. But wait. Can we check on the stream if he's getting enraged every time he rampages? Come on. Oh, wait, I can just rewind now to... Oh my god. Why is this so slow? Alright. No, he's playing arms. Bro, no. Can you fight something? Here we are. Where's his enrage? Okay. He pressed rampage. Right? That was a rampage. He spent his rage and he got new enrage. Yeah, yeah. So it just wasn't there. It wasn't written in there, but rampage still gives enrage. Good. I need to get alpha? Yeah, I know. Tell Blizzard. A middle weak aura? You mean like the one that pops up in combat? That's mine. The one underneath, that's atrocity. So, this here is mine. This is atrocity. Meh. Nothing fun here. Let's do a lower key. Streets. That's boring. Floodgates, I don't like. I don't like pugging it anyway. True, man. True. Where are all the fun dungeons? There's a big lack on Brewmaster monks, I think. Let's do an Ecodome. Maybe my IO isn't high enough though. I remember Moon. Academy has our favorite trinket. The puzzle box. 3-minute trinket. If our cooldowns are gonna stay weak, trinkets such as puzzle box probably aren't that great. What do I think about the returning dungeons for season 1 of Midnight? Let me remind myself which ones they are again. Pit of Sauron is really weird. Wrath of the Lich King is ancient, just like me. Skyreach, I expected this to come at some point. It'll probably be fine. Seat is an interesting one. People really didn't like this in Legion because it was too hard compared to the other ones. But I think it really could be a really good dungeon. And Algatar Academy I like. So not really complaining, although I don't know what to think about Pit of Sauron. You got jump scared in the WoW stream when they showed the archway. Thank God it's a delve. Yeah. Did I say hello? Oh, I didn't. How rude. Oh, did I say hello? No, I didn't. It's such a good thumbnail. Archie posted again in Discord. Did he? Where? Alright, let's go. Let's play.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Havoc is really good at funnel damage. That's great. I don't know though.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And her wastelanders are destroying the domes. They must be stopped. With our defenses down, there is nothing to keep the Devourers out. My people stand no chance.
Oh, keyboard. There we go. They're not blade storming again here.
The Devourers seem to be coming from the annex. Stop them at the source, so we can return our attention to Source Tribe.
I was actually expecting these guys to do a bit more damage. Their obviously BM is crazy strong,
Look out!
and Havoc isn't bad either. But I wasn't sure if the Havoc without DPS me, because they're more about they do good damage, right? But their biggest strength is prior damage.
It's calling more in.
The we were playing with the BM hunter the other day, and he was doing like super insane prior damage compared to me and the DK. And it's not like Fury and Frost DK prior damage is bad, but like he was doing way more prior damage than us. It felt like the architects in Floodgate were just melting. It was quite recent. It was like in the last few days. Oh no, why did I blaze some now? Well, it won't be ready for these ads. It's okay, just proc reap anyway. from the single target proc.
With that thing dead, we can return to the meat problem.
Nah, I probably won't make a video about all the midnight stuff. What we did today on the stream is probably what you'll get for at least these initial changes. I feel like I would need to I don't know. It was mostly just a reaction to most of the stuff, you know. I wasn't really giving any insight to anything. I feel like I can't without playing. I thought he might chain, but he didn't.
They have brought so many. They seek the complete annihilation of this place. Your pursuit is pointless. Salazar lives. Lion stand. This place falls. All of this destruction for the traitors?
Does that thing always walk around? I guess so. Oh, okay. Felt like I was getting chased with that frontal. Does Blizzard UI have a focus cast bar? Do I miss I have Kazan? No. It does. Okay, that's good. Right under the focus frame. Can I move the cast bar? Scars? I do miss scars. Scars of Fraternal Strife. What a trinket. I found it fun to min-max that thing. And get it right. Exactly. Man, exactly. You can move it with move anything. But can move anything move stuff? In midnight. Yeah, basically, Warpster. Do I miss Old Warrior Soul? No. Bro, are we missing the boss like a lot? Draw to souls. You guys are just listing all of the good trinkets that they missed the Old Warrior design. The Legion one. Gorshalak Legacy. That was wait, what was that? Was that Legion? The fire one. That was Eye of Galacras, Lord Boris Dane, I remember. I didn't pay Hellfire Citadel. Warlords of Draenor was a mess when it came to warrior design. At least in my opinion. No, I was an arms one trick back then, and I didn't like arms. So, when I didn't like my class, it was over. I don't think I will make a video about it, Zaro. People can just watch the VOD. The video is, like the live stream video description, title, whatever, is descriptive enough, so like people can just scroll through that, I guess, instead. The missed 70% haste test the might arms with deep 80% deep wounds damage. I missed the high haste arms, but the design of arms back then wasn't that great. BFA arms actually was also a mess of a spec, design-wise. Like, if you stripped away all the Azerite power stuff, it was such a bland, boring spec. And it still is to this day, honestly. Like, the downgrade going from the end of Legion to Season 1 of BFA arms was shocking. Absolutely terrible. Literally the worst thing that happened to arms ever. Kata arms was pretty good. I played PvP back then too, but I was also a PvEer back then. But I think I was still a one-trick arms back then, and I played arms in PvE too. Yasmin, I think that was better because that was just in Merciless Bone Grinder windows. Only. Like when our when in in BFA when we were just spamming Whirlwind for the sake of spending rage all the time, that was an issue. But spamming Whirlwind to make use of Merciless Bone Grinder, that's okay. What the hell? What happened to the Demon Hunter? Could have kicked that arcing. I wasn't in range of the guy when the mouse over tried to kick him. Your Legion Fury was your favorite of all time? Legion was my favorite of all time. Legion, my beloved. Legion arms, dude.
You built this place on the high temple of crest and questioned my wrath. It was the only place our man stood a chance of success. It was nothing but destruction.
Season 1 Shadowlands Fury was fun. I didn't even play Fury back then. I was still an arms one trick. It was in Season 2 of Shadowlands where I started accepting Fury. He's dead, man. He stayed in the Shadowlands, I think. Oh, but the Cataclysm arms. I remember that though. I was very early when it came to doing this dance dancing thing. I'm pretty sure. Like, I didn't hear about anyone else doing the stance dancing thing, and then all of a sudden everyone else was doing it. But then everyone were doing with macros, and I've been doing it manually the whole time because I thought it was fun. And I knew about the macro too, eventually. And I was like, no, I want to keep doing it my way because it increased the APM and made me feel like I was doing something cool. So I just kept doing the stance dancing manually.
I will bring your work to ruin! Come and die, or flee in shame! One last hope to fulfill.
See, I've liked my specs being challenging since the beginning of time, I think. But then again, I really like Fury too, so I think I like complexity as well as just mindless button mashing. Yeah. Back in the day when we used to have intercept on berserker stance, charge on battle stance, and intervene on defensive stance. You could really tell in PvP, like, who really had mastered warrior, you know? Because some people could do that stuff so fast and so seamless whilst doing everything else. You can do whatever you want, Tony Roos, and it'll be the same result either way. Going down memory lane tonight, yeah. Oh yeah, the banner that you could intervene, that was in Mr. Pandaria. Balatos, what the hell? I'm not even gonna... I'm not gonna acknowledge your message any further. What the hell?
So much wasted. Also honor an oath.
I will miss my UI. I've been using Atrocity UI, or this layout, since Shadowlands.
To save Karesh.
Equal them. 20. You did, Moon. He did. But Moon misspells things all the time nowadays. Hey, you know, with Opera GX, you can enable like keyboard sounds, and I don't know who actually would want this, but you can do it. Why would someone use keyboard sounds on browser? I mean, you can. Some people probably like it. It's not for me. It's not for me. I think she does actually, man. Yes. I use that, Revi. I use that version of it most of the time. Misspelt and misspelled. You can use both. I've changed my camera stand, so it's now a desk-mounted stand instead of just like a instead of just this. I used to have my camera on this, but now it's on a desk-mounted one. So also I've moved the camera a little bit closer to me, and I've also zoomed it out a little bit, so I'll probably still look further away than I usually do. The angle is also very slightly different, but also that means that the big teleprompter box is now kind of blocking the light a little bit, so my keyboard is now not as illuminated by that one light over there. So it's a little bit dark here. It's bright here, but it's dark here. So
Insane, dude.
I'm gonna add some lighting under the monitor here to like shine onto the keyboard, and that'll probably fix that problem. I keep creating problems that cost money. Nicole, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. Your warrior stream is teaching you grammar. SMH. You had a great time healing a dungeon with me just now. Good luck with hierarchies. Oh, thank you so much, Nicole. So I joined your key. You healed me, and then you gave me a sub. Holy moly, that's insane. First time chatter too. Amazing. 3 first messages in a row. Yeah, actually crazy. Getting back into Fury. What build am I currently running? Join my Discord, it's in there. Why use big word when small word do trick? True. Yes. Alpha starts soon. Alpha is already live. Some people are streaming it already. I do not have access to the alpha. I hope I get it so that I can test stuff, share some stuff with you guys, and hopefully give Blizzard some feedback as well. No, there's like nothing out here. No 19s or 20s. And I'll just do another lowish key. Halls? Halls. Did I see your message earlier? Probably not. Ask again. Holy moly, you guys are chatting a lot today. You will sub for me for every key you heal. You will go poor after Priory. Yeah, this is true actually. You will go poor after Priory. We did like 20 Priories. Can I ask them to allow Fury to craft 200 with 1 spark? No, sadly, I don't think that works. I mean, there are benefits to crafting 200s as Fury, I guess, because you get to upgrade your offhand for free, and that's extra value. Hey, Cricket, do you know have an idea what you do wrong because your RB is always top DPS? A common mistake is not having Bladestorm at the start of every pull. But in Dawnbreaker, Raging Blow probably will be a highest damage. Because there aren't as many targets there. But in bigger pull dungeons, if your Raging Blow is the highest highest damage, then you're probably doing something wrong. TM Raga, you can grab my Fury Weak Aura from my Discord. And if you just want the Whirlwind thing from it, just go into here, take this. That's what you need. That's the weak aura you need. I'm sure Archie said something about SMF. Here, a new passive allowing Fury to transmog 200s to 100s was previewed, but is not yet implemented. So it's there. There seems to be talk about it. How do I approach kicks? I use focus target. Why do people care so much about SMF? Because they all say, I think most of them say that 200s look stupid. 200s look stupid. It's too big. 100s is the way. And also attacking faster is cooler, but like, are you actually looking at your character auto attack? Like your character will be busy doing like rampage, raging blow, bloodthirst, execute animations. You actually don't see your character auto attack any faster if you're playing SMF. So I don't really get it, but I do get the people who just say that the 200s look stupid and they prefer the look of 100s. Wait, what dungeon is this? It's halls. I agree. Meet up. I agree. Oh, cool. They got a boomy. Wow, this is as good as it gets, pretty much. I'll disagree with the SMF enjoyers, Warzone, I guess. Yeah, we got some uncapped abilities in the Fury tree, which is great. And also, I guess, Rend and Deep Wounds is uncapped already. Yeah, I agree there are some good one-handed mugs, but like I'm not so bothered, and I much prefer the two-handers. Bigger weapons equals better. Is it a weird request? What, Yamaga? Oh. You simply wish to see my whirlwind buff applied and you're freshest. Wait, what? I don't understand what you mean by that. When you said my whirlwind buff, I thought you meant the whirlwind buff icon that shows up here, and I showed you the weak aura that shows my whirlwind buff.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't think anyone knows, Moon. I don't think anyone's reached that number. Okay. I guess we're just leaving that hand master. It's not gonna pull anything? Or what? Loyal Beast just went through. Good luck, tank. We kinda should be fighting on the Houndmaster, no? We don't have a slow. This is not great. Oh, we're not getting in the spell yet? Okay. I'll just kick the Houndmaster because people don't seem to be prioritizing the Houndmaster kick that much in this group. Is there a new utility gonna make us meta? New utility? I didn't see anything. Oh, right, the battlefield commander. No, that alone isn't gonna do anything. And our inter whatever. I can't remember what the other intervene was. I don't think that will do it by itself either. Interpose, that's it. Uncapped intimidating shout, yeah, that'll help too. But again, it's not really utility that dictates whether you're gonna be meta, right? At the end of the day, it comes down to damage. If you can't do good damage, then you can't really be considered for meta anyway. The utility that we get, though, is nothing super amazing, I would say. It's nice. It's just nice. Yeah, I was reading Interpose as well, and I was a little bit confused by the wording because it reads like you can select a location near players only. Like, can you not use Interpose at like a random location like here? And then wherever you land is where your friends get a sack? Or is it so that you can only use Interpose to a player, around the player? Yeah, more mobility. More mobility. We love mobility. We can't pull the boss yet, Mr. Tank. Oh, right, I see. You wanna lost him. Fine. Yeah, the Outlaw Rogue isn't doing half bad. Am I gonna catch up by the end of the fight? What's my world MS? That would be 12. Is he adding those mollies? Yeah, he is. Perfect. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have used Avatar there. That's probably fine. Probably fine. Oh, for those who find it useful or interesting or yeah, whatever. I've done my commentary video for Demencius now, so if you want to see me do that commentary style video on Demencius, then you might want to watch that now. I bet a few of you are probably progressing on them. Wait, what's up with the monk damage here? You wanna YOLO the beams? YOLO the beams. What do you mean? What's the strat? YOLO the beams. Oh, right, I see, Mito. I see. We were roughly doing that too, but I don't think it was a hard rule. Or maybe I was just naturally doing the right. Or maybe the tanks were just dragging the melees around, so we didn't need to think about it. That is also a possibility. Insane, dude. Thank you, Tilor, for the Prime sub. Appreciate that. Oh, we got groundskeepers here. I guess I'll just send Collins now then. We're in a tricky situation with these stone fiends right now. Boomy isn't this bad, is it? Chat? I just looked at the damage meter now. Boomy is decent in keys? Okay. I feel bad for calling out this Boomy now. But I wasn't sure if Boomy was good or not. I'll go for this one then. Maybe I shouldn't have based stunned here. Try and get that CDR. I'm stealing all the pad. Yeah. Maybe that's it. Nope, that's a risky charge. Ouch. What is going on? Okay. Fury should survive this season. I agree. It's not on me. Why ping me? Oh, okay, I see. It's pinging me because I was on top of the thing, I guess. Anyone to ping where the lantern was? There isn't one at the moment, is there? Oh, there is. Yeah, it looks like Fury is getting some of their leads back. Yep. Including Rend.
I tire of your foolish kisses. Seems I must deal with you myself.
What are we doing? Is it because he wants to stealth? Okay.
Be gone, rabble! You are beneath my contempt.
Yeah, there are a few deaths this run. Ready. Most of them were at the start and at the end.
You are beneath my contempt. You are beneath my contempt. Behold the might of the bent head. You are beneath my contempt.
Yes. When avatar visual change? I don't know. Maybe midnight? Could be the one. Oh. I wanted to scratch my eyes there, but I forgot my glasses were on. How annoying. What change would I like? I don't know. Make it a little bit more exciting than what it is. You just become slightly bigger. And you become more gray or brown? Actually, maybe they shouldn't do anything about it. We know what they did to Colossus Smash. No, yeah, Colossus Smash. Warbreaker. I don't think I like their vision. I don't know when the last time Fury had bleeds. No. Any Fury history is difficult for me because I was an arms one trick for the longest time. I think he did break Revi Moon. Under 71 applications, 50 refreshes. Yep. A lot of the time you just use as a filler when you run around, when you're out of range. Sometimes it is right to press it early. For eco though. Have I still got that? $74, 174, 48. Not sure how useful that info is though, but there you go. TM Raga, you just need to like, I think you just need to, is there like a welcome channel or something like that? I don't know. Anyway, I think the bot says you need to click yes to something. You just do that, and then you gain access to all these channels. But yeah, actually, let's talk about the sponsor. Yeah, Opera GX is this browser here. The main feature, really, in my mind, because it's like a browser for gamers, is the RAM limiter and CPU limiter. So like you can set a certain amount of RAM that your browser can use, and maybe your PC doesn't have much RAM, so you want to make sure that your browser doesn't use much RAM in the background. You just enable this, and boom, your browser won't use that much RAM. Me personally, I have a little bit of an overkill PC, so I don't actually need that feature. But I think it's a neat feature if you can benefit from having this RAM limiter and all that stuff. You can also do this GX cleaner thing. I think it like clears, yeah, it clears your, cleans up stuff, like your cache tabs. Hey, how does this work? Closed unused tabs. Older than 30 days. All right, any tabs that have been open for more than 30 days, it will, you could, yeah, okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. I guess some people do that. My tabs get pretty messy throughout one day, but I do close them at the end of the day. And there's like lots of mods you can add to it as well, and like change the appearance of it. Yeah. I can't remember how to get into the themes and stuff. Extensions, history. Oh yeah, here it is. No, that's wallpapers. Can I just search for theme? Oh yeah, here are some themes. That's classic. That apparently is Zelda. I think the themes have like backgrounds for like tabs. Yeah, I'm sure some of them do. This one is nice to me. That's visually pleasing to me. I don't want the colors. Quick rundown of the warrior changes. No, you can check the YouTube live stream VOD for my opinion on all this stuff. Like I was going through everything step by step. If you want something more condensed, check the messages from Archie in the Skyhold Discord. Updates, Midnight Alpha. He wrote some stuff here. Main highlights and a few thoughts here as well. So go have a look there. But yes, if you want to try out Opera GX, you can download it via my affiliate link in the pinned messages. Opera GX. And each new download does support me. Each new download I get from those links, from that link, gives me $3. It's a very nice way to support me. Oh, wait. I have it on Stream Elements and Nightbot. I'm gonna disable on one of them. What the hell? Apologies, I have two bots spamming it. That's not intentional. Oh, it's because Stream Elements has the Opera GX command. Ah, I didn't know that. Check commands. Wait, what? There we go. Cool. It's True Moon. That is right. Anyway, tomorrow is raid day. I'm not upgrading my gear this week, as I mentioned, and I'll repeat it again in case more people need to hear it. But next week is when the Turbo Boost week starts, but we don't get uncapped crests at the start of Turbo Boost. That happens in about 3 weeks time from now. So because item levels because items will have 2 more upgrade tracks. Holy crap, I can't speak anymore. You might want to save this week's crests for next week when you can upgrade bigger items such as weapons or high stat budget slots such as helmet, chest and legs, instead of upgrading something small like your bracers this week. I agree, man. I agree. But yeah, the crests are not being uncapped next week, so you'll still have limited crests, so you can't farm unlimited crests to upgrade all your gear. That's why saving some of your crests from this week might be the better play for next week. Yeah, exactly. I agree. When the crests are fully uncapped, that's when you should convert your lower crests to Gilded, so that you don't need to farm as many crests when the unlocked turbo boost starts. I will only have 90 Gilded crests when, this week. Because I'm not going to upgrade any trinkets unless I get an antenna. If I get an antenna from Raid, then I'll probably just upgrade that to max, because there's no reason not to. Oh, I did run the drop optimizer sim, but I didn't actually see what upgrades there are. So Arcano Core is actually quite decent. I do have one, and I can fully upgrade it, but I only use it for pure single target encounters, and I don't think I want to do that because it's just for pure single target encounters, which I don't care that much about anymore, because we're finished with progress now. I want Lumitard Trinket. That one is going to be good in every situation. Am I going to replace Arakara? Yeah, I believe that's the trinket that does get replaced. Yes, yes. Do I ever jot down in a spreadsheet what items you need to swap out for upgrades, or do it just sim every item, or just look at stats? Confusing question. I don't jot down in a spreadsheet what items I need to swap out for upgrades, so I just sim. I sim a lot. You can, like, if you have a user on Raidbot, you can access your sim history here, and as you can see from the timestamps here, I run a lot of sims on my character. This is quite late in the season now, so this is very few sims actually. At the start of the season, you will see this be full within like a week. How good is Forgotten Sky for M+? It isn't. Do we have to recraft? Yeah, recraft with like in one of those upgrade items. Yes, you'll want to do that for your weapon for sure. I think Arms is worse than Fury in M+. Arms can do the same overall as Fury, but it does way less single target, which means it is worse. Tired now. My sleep pattern has been sick. Today, it said my sleep score was 96. I got 9 hours and 8 minutes of sleep. I slept from just before midnight until just after 9. Amazing. So I'm feeling tired now, so I'm gonna listen to my body and get ready to sleep. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. Good night.